Hello, mate.
Fancy seeing you here.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How's things?
Yeah, not too bad. Today, I wanted to look through a couple of the old social media posts.
Oh, really? Do we have to?
Yeah, but this is the thing. I want to know what is actually, because people always wonder this, right? Especially with musicians, with artists. What is your actual life with social media? Does someone else do it for you? Do you actually do it? You know, like when people say, like, oh, it's not really him, like it's just someone else posting. Do you have it on your phone? Is that
Yeah, of course, yeah. I probably, like, back in the day, I just use it to just post loads and just, like, see what people were saying about me. Now I care less about what people actually think, apart from obviously the fans. But now it's more like having a laugh with the fans, replying to their tweets, doing a TikTok here and there, having a bit of a laugh.
So when people say, oh, do you reckon he's actually seen my comment? Do you like read comments?
Yeah. I love reading the comments. Yeah. I find it so interesting to see what people are.
What's the number one thing that people always, what do they always pick up on?
I don't know, just anything that I do that's half stupid. I think they all think I'm an idiot. I obviously play up a lot.
Yeah.
Like just for a laugh, just to get a reaction and have a bit of a laugh with it. But they probably just all think I'm an idiot.
Hello, lovers. Long time no see. I've really missed you guys. I love reading all your messages and comments and wanted to write this letter to you so I could have all my thoughts down in one place. Firstly, thank you so much for being patient with me. I've since spent the past 18 months or so working on the next record. Joel Little, John Ryan and I got working on some ideas that I'd written at home during lockdown, and of course some newer stuff. We spent a lot of time in LA making it, and also took an amazing trip to Joshua Tree in California to get away and really concentrate on everything. It was absolutely magic out there.
I've always liked the idea of handwriting stuff to them. I remember when I released This Town, the cover of This Town was like a Polaroid picture of me, and then in the background was like the lyrics that I'd written, like the actual lyrics from the book that I wrote in when I wrote the song. And then from there on, I just always found myself writing to the fans, handwritten. I feel like it's more personal. Just typing it out to them is kind of less special.
Yeah.
And I sat there and wrote that letter and then voice-overed it.
How long is this whole process? Seeing it there, it's like it's done.
Wrote the song, probably in August or September of that first year, the pandemic, 2020. Wrote another one probably 5 or 6 months later, and then waited for the world to open up, and then we were able to go and do trips like that, like the Joshua Tree one I speak of. When
you see like montages back and you're like, oh man, that was great.
It was, this album in particular, obviously it had its tricky parts with the pandemic and stuff like that, and not being able to get in the same room as some of the people for a while. But when we all got on a bit of a roll, it was the most fun I've ever had making a record. Just going on little trips, getting out of LA, leaving London, just getting out into the middle of nowhere and just working on just soul music instead of just going into the studio till 6 and then just everyone goes home and like that kind of thing. So I really enjoyed this process.
Hi guys, it's me.
This one.
I wish you a very happy St. Patrick's Day from the White House, from me.
And me too. I'm here at the White House. I hang out.
Now, be honest with me, right? You were the President of the United States, Joe Biden. Were you the one that had to explain to him how that's going to run?
No, he probably has a team that would explain that. Even though I know it was going to happen, when the camera turned around on the screen, I could see him appearing. I was like, this is crazy. I've got the president. I've got the president.
Let's see when you realise.
I just want to wish you a very happy St. Patrick's Day from the White House, from me.
And me too.
Apparently, Donald Trump used to have a button that was like, he would have like hamburgers on tap.
There was a button like on the corner of the table that he probably just gets like his secretary or something to come into the room, or I don't know. It's like we got a tour and they brought us into the Oval Office.
Did you have a Guinness with him?
I think he was going home to his home house for the weekend, so then we're standing there having a Guinness in the back, and then Marine One helicopter comes in and just down, you can see it coming up the lawn, lands in the grass, the doors open, the Marine is doing all this, he walks out, the doors close up,
and that's it.
And he just, and then like 2 other helicopters either side of it supporting it.
Oh my
God. It was
God.
exactly like what you'd think it was mental. But what a day, yeah.
So that's your 10 years of One Direction.
Yeah. At that 10-year point, that's what we got together on July 20-something of 2010 as a 5-piece. You know, what happened after is whatever, you know, it happened.
Does it make you quite emotional, or does it make you proud?
Yeah, proud. It was just like a cool thing to be a part of, isn't it? Like 2 years worth of stadiums, and not many people get to do what we were able to do.
You know, Directions own the online world. Still
it is
to
crazy,
this day.
isn't it?
Like, it is incredible. I mean, look at that, 5.7 million likes. I mean, that is just, you know, I can imagine that'd be quite an emotional day for you. So that's a nice post. Right, well, let's look at this one. What is this?
That is, oh wow, that is me writing, obviously at different times because it's different coloured pen, and squiggles and lines of the song Flicker. Yeah, and it's just me.
Is this how you write your tracks? You physically write it out? Because a lot of people just write it on their iPhone, right?
Yeah, I've definitely done a bit less of this on this record, I found. Generally, when I'm coming up with ideas, I'll write like stories and then take lines from the story.
Has there ever been like you've released a song and you're like, my God, that song, I so nearly said this. It's like the song was nearly called Fast Hands. Do you know what I mean? It's just for that one like line.
You can see it there, like, if you look at it there, because one of us is trying to move on. If I'd have written that, it's just not as good. I'm afraid that what we had is gone. It's a much better, it makes more sense.
A little bit colder.
Yeah.
But that's quite a deep one there. When I look inside and you've crossed out the dark, but you've switched it with my heart.
Yeah.
Is it dark place?
When I look in the dark, doesn't really make sense because it's pitch black.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
You're thinking more literal than me, I see.
Yeah, but like...
I see. Did like artists give other artists tips on how to write songs?
You can definitely like learn bits that make songs good.
Have you ever learned something from another artist and gone, I love that?
Not so much learn. I remember I wrote with Anne-Marie and I was like, I knew she was a great artist or whatever, but I had no idea of what level of we were talking, like songwriting wise. I played the riff for our song. She was, oh, I love that. And she just literally just sang the whole first verse in one go. And I was just like...
Off the top of her head?
You can't even teach that. And it's just, I'd have to have like a proper think, as you can see here.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, moody.
Boracay Sunset.
What is Boracay Sunset?
Boracay is an island in the Philippines. I went traveling. One D's last thing was just, like middle of December.
Right.
And I said that I'd just go traveling then, like backpacking around Asia with a few of the cousins.
Carnage.
Yeah, absolute mental.
Yeah. Did you slum it, or did you still? You still gnaw from one direction?
No, we definitely slummed it. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, because that's what all I brought was that suit, that bag there, and it was like I'd shrunken it down to go out for the day or whatever. And
do you ever get moments like that? Like, when was the last time you took like the tube, or do you
all
ever
the time.
get that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I've always been kind of doing it, but I just thought like after all of that touring, literally jetting from show to show. Yeah, I just
want to sit in an economy seat.
Yeah, but I was thinking that's not really me, is it? Like I was just I was there. I happened to do that, but so I wanted to go. Like you would literally spend a few days somewhere and just roll up to the airport without having booked a flight and just like look at the board and just see what flight's coming up and where we could get a ticket to. Do
you get recognised even in like the Philippines though?
Yeah, it was definitely harder than I thought it was going to be. But at the same time, a lot of the people would be like, "Oh, that you're Niall," but I'm going to leave you alone because you're obviously just trying to do what we're doing and
Oh, nice.
respect, you know?
Nice.
So we had a great time.
Now, you've never done a birthday post for me, but you've done one for Shawn Mendes on his 21st. I mean, I know you're good pals. Go on then, talk me through. Where are you? What are you doing?
We're at a LA Rams game there. We got somehow wangled our way into the on-field hospitality area.
It looks like you climbed over the fence by the looks of your hair. Look at that.
look at Mendes. Look how annoying he is. Like that's a bad hair day for him.
I know.
Yeah, and he still looks all right.
I know. Did Mendes get on the beers?
You know him, he'd have one or two and then...
Yeah, one or two and then just...
There was actually a few weeks ago, Heaven was coming out and we went to a bar near my house with the label and management and like the producers and friends and all that. And Shawn comes and then we're all having a great time, probably about 3 or 4 drinks deep. And then he's just like, all right, I'm gonna go home now, I'm going to bed. And it was like 9 p.m.
Oh.
And you're just like, oh, Shawn, don't do that.
That's it. If you want abs, you got to go to bed at 9 o'clock and have 1 pint.
That's me successfully saying I'll never have an ab in my name.
Right, talk me through
Where are we going today, Mark?
Bus.
No.
Big bus.
No.
School bus.
No.
Tour bus.
No, it's Columbus.
Where are we going today, Mark?
I forgot how funny those were. I used to do them every day before the show. So this was, he was our trainer in one day. He used to like bring us to the gym and stuff. And he trained Harry more than he trained the rest of us. Let's be honest, he was just,
Was Harry the one that was in the gym all the time?
Oh yeah. Harry was like taking skin off the chicken. And like going up and smelling cake and not eating it. Now he actually does like security with me and trains me now that I'm more into the gym. I'd ask him, where are we going today, Mark? And he'd like make up some sort of crap dad pun on the different cities. So that was, and I'd do it every day. We were getting like crazy numbers every day on just him just being an idiot.
We've got to talk Summertime Ball. You're playing the Summertime Ball. This was the first time you played it.
Yeah, that's mad.
This was Sun Is Out for a day at Wembley. Do you remember that gig?
Yeah, I remember it well. We actually had a gig that night as well in Cardiff, but I remember playing the Summertime Ball and just, the atmosphere, like a sunshine day at Wembley Stadium. There is nothing better. Wembley Stadium is like the pinnacle for us all, really.
I mean, look at that. Look, you've got from here to there.
Yeah, and that was, that's for our own gig, because they obviously from here that's where they put us together, and that stage at Wembley Arena. Yeah. And that's how we kind of announced where we were going to play Wembley Stadium. And then that's 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the evening, sun's going down in Wembley Stadium.
Mate, that's what I'm saying. It's mental to see what you've achieved like throughout your career and still doing it. You know what I mean? You're talking about over 10 years ago. You're 13 years in the biz now, over that, and you still smash it, still playing out Wembley Stadium. Nice to look back sometimes.
That's
nice
great.
to reflect.
Yeah, that was a nice little thing to do. Thank you, Ro.
No worries.
Cheers.
See you at the ball.
See you at the ball.